Hello beautiful people, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is one I did not expect to be making this soon because I didn't expect it to come in until later, but I'm super excited. I'm going to be learning how to reading journal or keep a reading journal. Unlike most people on the YouTube space, I don't make my own reading journal because I've never done it before and I don't really want to commit to that if I'm not going to use it. But I think I will. So I went ahead and I bought one and I am so absolutely in love with it. Huge shout out to Stella Bookish Art over on Etsy. I will link her shop down in the description. This is where I got this journal from, and if I do like using it, I will probably end up making my own once I figure out what I like in a reading journal, but I'm going to use this one for the duration of the year. As you can see, it's absolutely gorgeous, and I'm super excited to have it and to get acquainted to using it, and hopefully it works out and I'll end up making my own next year once I finish off this one, but we'll see. Anyway, this video is also going to be something I've never done before, and it's pretty much 100% in real time. There's like one spot where I speed it up a little bit, where I'm putting numbers on a calendar, because that's pretty boring, but otherwise this video is all in real time, so you get super satisfying footage of calligraphy. Obviously I don't fill in my contact information there because I don't want that on YouTube for the whole world to see. Otherwise I do fill in this first page. And as you can see, it's like an absolutely gorgeous journal. I am super duper in love with how it looks, and I love all of the spreads that come with it. I think they're all things that I will use. So on this first one, I have the Book Bingo Challenge, which it just lists a bunch of like kinds of books, like different, like read a book by an Asian author, read a book about LGBTQ, read a classic, a book that's not in your usual genre, all that kind of thing. There's a bunch of fun little categories, so I fill those in, and admittedly it is kind of hard to read what is written on camera, so for the one that I first filled in, it was a book that has been adapted for film/TV, and I filled in Red, White, and Royal Blue, which I read in May, I believe, May or April. Reread, actually. I love that book so much. A graphic novel, of course, I filled in Heartstopper. LGBTQIA+ book, Icebreaker. Book by a favorite author, Kiss and Tell. And then over up there, I'm going to fill in book in a genre you seldom read. I filled in The Vanishing Stair, because I don't read that much mystery. And then in the free space in the middle, I just filled in Finale, because I felt like it. It was the first book I saw that I read, so I put it in there. And then my plans and resolutions tab. I want to read 50 books this year, which, given the pace that I'm going at now, I think is much more achievable than it was last month, if I can continue that, which hopefully I can. And then I don't have that many resolutions, but I want to finish collecting the Shadow and Bone series and hopefully finish reading it, but mainly finish collecting it. And then I also want to finish the Mortal Instrument series, which hopefully I'll be able to check off this month. That is my main focus for this month. If you saw my TBR video, which I will pop up in the corner of the screen for you to look at right now. This goals and wish list page it feels kind of arbitrary since there's a resolutions page, but I guess maybe it's just to split it up into months. So I did just that. My first goal for this month is obviously finish the Mortal Instrument series, as I've said before, because I just feel so left out not having read it, because it's like a childhood classic, and I feel like I should have read it by now, but I haven't, so I'm gonna do that this month. Then I want to fill out the new bookshelf that I got. It's like a mini bookshelf, and I've already only got like one shelf left on it, so I do want to finish filling that in. And then my other goal for this month was that I wanted to acquire the rest of the Dreamer trilogy, which, again, very doable, especially since I do want to read that this month if I finish the Mortal Instruments series, just because I love Maggie Stiefvater and I would love more Ronan and Adam content, which I've heard we'll get in the Dreamer trilogy. So acquiring that should be fairly easy for me to achieve, even if I don't get to reading it. That way I have it and it looks nice and pretty on my shelf. The next page that you will see me flipping to here, I don't actually use because it's an anticipated new release page, which I don't have any for this month. I have not been well versed in the book world, so I don't have any anticipated new releases this month. This is a favorites quotes page, which I will be filling in later once I actually read books this month to fill in. This page I use some of the boxes, but not all of them. Like my TBR is, I obviously put all of the Mortal Instruments books, as well as the Dreamer trilogy, book 1, which is called Down the Hawk. I don't know why it took me so long to remember that, but most of this is the stuff that I'm gonna fill in when I actually do read books, or the bottom one on this page that you can see my hand is covering is a bookish haul, so when I buy books I'll put them there, but obviously I haven't done that yet, so I'm not going to. I don't have a reading challenge this month, so that's pretty arbitrary. I won't be using that this month, but maybe eventually. Who knows? We shall see. Now this monthly planner, I did not actually originally intend on using because I have an actual planner, but then I figured it would be a great way to document what day exactly I finish reading books, so I figured I'd go ahead and fill it in, and then I can also use that little empty box on the side as a page tracker. And this is the only part of this video that it's actually sped up because it's a lot of numbers that you can hardly see anyway because the metallic doesn't translate well on camera. But it was boring and I didn't want y'all to have to sit through 5 minutes of me writing numbers. So I sped it up a little bit. Apologies, I have sinned. Oops. Other than that, this video is 100% real time, which I think is super fun that I was able to do that. And then very, very carefully, shockingly, I did not smear my gel pen this time, which kudos to me. I don't think I've ever done that before, ever. But very, very carefully here you'll see me putting the labels on the days of the week in calligraphy. This journal is not going to be super duper artistic since most of it is already set up for me. I'll probably mostly be using my black and gold pens throughout it just to match the theme, but I love doing the calligraphy anyway. It makes me super happy. But coincidentally, I probably also won't be filming this journal every month just because it's already pre-set up, and a lot of the filling in I do throughout the month, so I don't think it'll make great content, but since here I am learning how to use it, I figured it would be a good way to show it off and kind of explain my process for learning how to use a journal or getting acquainted to a new journal, and how I intend on using it. But otherwise, I don't think I will be posting it the rest of the time just because it's not going to be a lot of content and probably not great content. At the end of the year, maybe I'll share my thoughts on how I felt using it and what I want to do going forward for a reading journal, or if I want to continue keeping a reading journal if I thought it was worth it. But that'll be way later, at the end of the year, after I've used it for a while. And now I'm going to do a final flip through because I want to showcase the artwork in this journal. I think it is so absolutely gorgeous and I'm so thrilled with how it came out. Once again, I will have the shop linked down in the description if you want to get one of these for yourself. I think she had a couple of other designs and some other bookish goodies, so do check that out. I will have that down in the description. But here it is so pretty. I'm so in love with the black and gold color palette and the metallic foiling on the actual journal. It has a lot of really good spreads, and I am super duper happy with my purchase. So definitely snag one of these for yourself if you're like me and you don't want to take the time to set up your own reading journal. It's gonna be super worth it, I hope and I believe. I'm super excited to use it and start filling it in as I read books, and hopefully it'll make me a little more productive in terms of reading. There's the back, there's the front with the foiling. It comes with a cute little bookmark. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far in the video, thanks for listening to me ramble about book journaling and learning how to do it. If you did enjoy this video, please subscribe. I post content just like this twice a week, and then you can also check out my Instagram for more bookish content. Like the video because it's easy, and comment because it makes me smile, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!